Hey guys, bonus video. This is going to offend you. This is probably going to be an offensive meter times level 11 for some of you. So before I lose you, still smoking the meerschaum with the church warden, but I've switched to brown Irish X. I used my scissors and I did a double rub out. It's working pretty good. Sorry, Greg, I let it run out. I'm trying to break the chains around your brain. I'm going to try to show you the difference of buying toys and investing. I'm trying to show you why poor people stay poor and rich people get rich. Oh man, that's just so offensive. We want to blame our jobs. We want to blame resets. We want to blame the economy. And it turns out largely one of the biggest differences between people who really just stay poor or barely make it and the wealthy are the decisions we make. And I want to show you, I'm going to walk it through on the screens, but I'm going to walk through the difference between the decision to buy toys and the decision to put that same amount of money into investing. So I want to show you, I'm using the example I'm going to use for you, and I've got them up on the screens, is if you want to go out and buy an $85,000 US dollar toy, car, boat, RV, 3 or 4 vacations, whatever your toy of choice is, right? I'm not trying to pick on any one example of toys, but I want to show you if you put that same amount of money into an investment, how you can be worth 3 or 4 times more by investing, and in some cases way more if you choose to invest that same amount of money to say no to the toy and say yes to investing instead. That one little switch will change your life. I'm gonna prove it to you with numbers, facts, and spreadsheets. Guys, this is the screen I want to show you the facts on, okay? So the first choice is buy your toy for $75,000. And most likely, most of the time, especially guys, we make decisions like, I'm going to spend 85 grand on a hot car or an RV or a cool boat. And let's say you're going to use buy a used one. Right now, the interest rates on used toys is running about 7%. Most toy loans are for about 6 years. So if you look at this, $85,000, putting nothing in, costing you no money, 7% interest rate for a 6-year loan, you're going to pay $1,500 a month. That means your toy is going to cost you $104,000, and in about 6 years, it's probably going to be worth about half of what it is today. So $42,500. You're going to spend $104,000 and own a $42,000 asset. All right, that's this stripe. If we look at this stripe, to invest the same amount of money, you're putting nothing into it, nothing down. I've shown you can get 5.2% on CDs for 6 years. You're going to put $1,500 a month into it. You'll have put $108,000 into the investment, and you will have an asset in 6 years worth $123,000. So for essentially the same amount of money, you're going to own an asset that is 3 times the value of your toy in 6 years. Where this gets crazy is if you just decide to leave it alone and let it keep going for a while. So if you do 10 years, same amount of money, $1,500 a month. You'll have put 180 in at 10 years, and you'll have an asset worth 236. If you do it for 15 years, 1,500 a month, you'll have put 270 in, and you'll have something worth $408,000. And then the 20-year is 1,500 a month. You'll have put 360,000 in, and you'll have an asset worth $633,000. And guys, that's with me running this at one of the lowest interest rates, at guaranteed, right? If you split half of this into an ETF and half of this into your CDs, this number could double. This percentage rate could double. I didn't even run those numbers. I really just want you to focus on this piece right here. All right? Because it's exactly the same. There's no difference. No money into the deal. 6 years, $1,500 a month. And you'll own an asset that is over 3 times the value. And this is cash sitting there, ready for you to support your life in retirement or whatever. And if you have 10 years instead of 6, you just run this out. Guys, this is the difference. This is that mindset difference that I'm just trying to illuminate. Make sure you're aware that this thinking is out there. And I don't know what else to say. I'm going to shut up. I'll briefly take you through the screens that I built that spreadsheet from you. So here you can see the loan. It's a loan calculator. It's the same one I used for the other video. You can see 85,000, 6 years, 7% monthly payment. And here's what it works out to be. And then if you do, this is the other one. This is the 6-year investment at the exact same calculations. And you can see that's where I get the 123 from after 6 years. And after 10 years, there's your 236. And after 15 years, there's your 408. And after 20 years, there's your 633. So those are the 5 screens I used to build this. So guys, I know this sounds a little bit preachy, a little bit crusade-y, and it is. I'm on a crusade to have more people feel the calmness, the ability to help others, to do what you want to do in life by simply changing how you think about money. We've been taught, our society, the machine that surrounds us, wants us to spend every dollar we have on things because it helps the guy selling it to you on a commission, and it helps the banks because they get all your interest money on assets that really aren't worth what you're paying. Versus those of us who've broken those chains and put our money to work for us. When we buy liabilities, and most of we buy our liabilities, they don't bring us money. If you buy something and it brings cash to you, it's an asset. Gold, silver, stocks, real estate, CDs. When you spend money on stuff that you have to continue to put money into, it's a liability. The world, the system, the puppeteers want us to spend our money on liabilities, so our money continues to leave us and go to them. Okay? I'm trying to break that thought system for you. I'm trying to plant seeds like old Johnny Appleseed. There's an old reference, huh? Plant seeds in your brains that change, get ideas to grow, concepts that maybe someone hasn't taught you, show you factually that you can spend the exact same amount of money and feed the system and let them get rich, or make a couple of different kinds of decisions and now you're getting rich. And it's completely in your control. None of this requires anybody else to do anything. It's us. It's how we choose to make decisions. I pray this soaks into somebody. I pray this soaks into as many people as possible. Become someone who has producing assets and not consuming liabilities. I hope this helps. I hope this comes across as nothing but I love you and I want you on the other side of the line, and not feeding the system. Hope this helped, guys. I hope this lands the way I intend it to. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.